Hi, everybody. This is Sandy with Chronic Pain Stinks, and I am here to make a new video. Today is February 1st. We're getting there. Spring's on its way. Anyway, today's February 1st of 2024. I always just kind of like to date it if I can, if I remember. But I went through a lot of my things, my research papers that I've done. And I know I've done some videos on here in the past, and I know I have some still up, and I haven't really looked through them all. So if this is kind of a repeat, it's probably not a repeat because I never say the same things twice, but I usually get them right. If I do say something twice, I usually have my facts about me. But feel free to call me out if I mess up and I don't have the right facts, or usually what I try to do is if I state something, um, a comment or something I got off of a research paper, I always try to make sure I say where I got that from. The rest of it is just like I research my topic and I put it all in my own words. And I use my experience with chronic pain because that's all I have. A few people, have shared with me a few things. My pain doctor shared with me a few things, things that could happen or that a person could have. Sorry, I had to pour my Diet Pepsi. I'm addicted. But anyway, it would be great if you guys wanted to leave comments and just, you don't have to make them real long, but maybe just a side effect of chronic pain that you're experiencing. Also, I know when I've had chronic pain since I think I was diagnosed in, no, let me back up. I had my back surgery, I think my second back surgery in 2007. And that back surgery was to to fix the first back surgery. And they both failed. And I have a lot of hardware in my back keeping it together. Usually they go in after your body has healed, like say with a fusion. After your body has healed and fused that cadaver that they put in, and it fuses to your body. Usually, if you have any bars or pins or metal, things like that, they will go in and remove those if you want them to. And if it's safe to do so without creating a whole big old surgery. Sometimes they can just make like a little cut and be able to retrieve it if they know where it's at. I didn't have that opportunity because my hardware is actually holding my back together. And I've got to say, it's done a marvelous job. In my town, the doctor that I went to was not really liked. And I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know that at the time because uh, I think I hadn't been back here because I had moved to Missouri for quite a while. And then, well, I say my family, my husband and my children. And I spent half my life in Missouri and half of it here in Wyoming. But when I came back to Wyoming, I didn't have, I was told by my primary care doctor, whom I have been with for a long time. I was told by him that I had to be referred to, a neurosurgeon. And he referred me to one. And like I said, I might be stuck with the hardware in my back forever. Maybe my back didn't fuse, but that wasn't their fault. They even added, sorry, they even added like bone material that's supposed to encourage the healing, and it's the way I understand it, the best way I can explain to you what it was. And I used to have the names of all that, but I don't even have the names anymore of the medications and stuff. But with this, it was like I know I say too much, I'm sorry. It was like cement, where, to fuse two things together for more permanent hold. And it was like that. And they wanted the more permanent hold because I wasn't slowing down any at the time. I was working, and I will have a video where I kind of talk about what happened within my family, and I was supporting all of us for a long time, which is no fault of my husband's. I will explain all that, another time. He was very much a hard worker, and when stuff happened with him, life happened, and he kind of got depressed about it all. But I enjoyed it. I would rather have worked than be at home, and I'm not a housekeeper. I do not like trying to keep house at all. So now it's just him and I. We're empty nesters, and my grandgirls live about 4 hours from me, so I don't get to see them very often. And my daughter lives 4 hours from me. And so we're pretty much by ourselves all the time, and I enjoy that. And we just kind of take care of everything together now. Works out pretty good. So today's topic, if I haven't already said this, is how we deal with chronic pain in the winter. Or I know that this video can go everywhere. I mean, I'm in Wyoming, and I think Wyoming terms, but I do know, there are people that live in warmer climates and they don't experience, sorry about that. It'll go away in a second. That's my camera from outside. Anyway, people that live in warmer climates, they have different experiences than people that live in colder climates. And that's why I like this channel too, because I can put my opinions out there, but then I can read the comments and get all of your opinions. And then I can kind of sync them all together. And I really want to have a good time with this too. I see that I had 46 people that, well, I had 47 that subscribed, but somebody unsubscribed, which is fine. And the 46 has just been subscribed to me forever since I tried to do this last time, and I got sick, and, I couldn't continue it. But those days are in the past. It's not going to happen this time. I told myself, I promised myself I'm keeping this channel going. But anyway, my topic is chronic pain in the winter or colder months. Or if you encounter different temperatures, I suppose maybe you at work and you have to go into walk-in coolers all the time. There are people that have to stock walk-in coolers, and they're in the cold, and they're in and out. So, it's not just the weather. The weather is a kind of a separate thing, but I am going to touch on that this time too, because the changes in the weather and the barometric pressure have a lot to do with a person's well-being. And it has a lot to do with chronic pain or pain, period. Now, chronic pain is defined as having chronic pain. I believe they say, now, I don't have that one written down on my notes, so I'm pulling it out of my head, so I might be wrong here, but I believe chronic pain is diagnosed if a person has had pain for constant pain for, I believe it's 6 months. It might be 3 months, but I think it's 6 months. And again, depending on where you are, some family doctors will just go ahead and take care of you and take care of your pain. Unless it's in depth where you need surgery or things like that, and then they will refer you out. But in my case, and when I came back to Wyoming, I came back when all the primary care physicians, uh, everybody, the government, and I don't know, the doctors and everybody had came down on the primary care doctors because they were prescribing too much pain medicine. So at that time, then the primary care doctors, I think they could subscribe you maybe 2 or 3 months of medicine, but you had to be in the you had to be waiting for an appointment with a specialist, or have already got the ball rolling to where you just haven't been able to get into the pain management people yet. When that happened, I was scared to death because I had heard so many bad things about pain management. And this is when I was in Missouri, and I'm sure it's everywhere. People have had negative experiences, and that's what then they think, oh geez, I'm staying as far away as I can from pain management. But anyway, I didn't have a choice. I could have went to Colorado because I'm real close to the border, Colorado border. I could have went to Colorado. A lot of people from here go to the doctor in Colorado. The only problem I have is, again, I mean, my husband helps and he can drive and stuff, but not like constantly. Or long distances. And if we do drive long distance, like if we do go somewhere or whatever, I do the driving, some of the driving, and then he does some of the driving, and we rest for a while, and then it takes us a while. But we have nothing but time now. We're retired. Well, he's not. He went back to work 3 days a week because he couldn't stand being at home. But anyway, talking about the climate. Or, I'm sorry, I wasn't talking about the climate. I was talking about pain management. Having to have a pain management and how I was afraid of that. Because I'd always heard bad things about, oh, you go to the specialist and you're going to conform to this and you're going to conform to that and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't afraid to take the urine tests that they make you take. I wasn't afraid of that at all because I take my medicine. And I don't take more than I'm supposed to. There are times when I take less than I'm supposed to. And I actually got myself in trouble over that. And I will explain that in a different video. But anyway, I ended up making the appointment with the pain management and was scared to death. But you know what? She's turned out to be pretty good. And it's been many years. And she just manages my medication. She's talked about doing shots and things like that. But I'm kind of past all that. And I think she understands that. Now, let's get to winter and chronic pain, or cold temperatures and chronic pain. So, according to the Arthritis Foundation, this was taken out of their information, frigid temperatures can heighten pain sensitivity because they slow blood circulation and can cause muscle spasms. Now, my part. Muscle spasms increase your pain levels a lot. And when the barometric pressure, like I was talking about, like say you have a storm coming in and you watch the weather, they talk about the pressure. The pressure goes up the closer. I don't know if it's with the closer the storm gets, it goes up or down. I don't know, one of those ways. But when that barometric pressure is on the change, again, I'm sorry about that message. When it's on the change, my back lets me know, and maybe not severely, but it lets me know. But anyway, I can really tell when the weather changes. I can really tell. I feel it in my back. The other thing, I mean, of course, when I walk outside into the real cold weather, the first thing I feel is in my middle of my back, the cold. But the other things are that people don't think about, be like when you take your bath. You get out of the shower, a nice hot shower, and it's cold. And I don't care how warm you keep your house or if the heater's on now, you use space heaters, I don't know. But the bath, when you get out of the shower, it's always chilly. First thing you do is grab the towel. And I have started actually putting a towel in my dryer. And I get out and I hurry up and get dried off, and I grab the towel out of the dryer and wrap it around me, and it's helped a bunch. So that's just a little hint. My dryer's right in my bathroom, so it worked out pretty good. Anyway, if a person has nerve damage because of their back injury, nerve damage you have to learn to live with. I'm sure that they have things that they can do now to try to fix nerve damage, but and I might research that. That might be a good topic, because I'm not so sure that they're getting the results that they want from it. And now I'm pretty lucky. My nerve damage is monitored. My nerve damage is taken care of with a couple of medications. And I was the happiest person in the world when that nerve pain kind of subsided. Now, if I don't take those medications for whatever reason, like say I go away for the weekend and I forget to take my medicine, I suffer. Not only because I never forget the pain medicine. I actually have, hang on a second. I actually have some pain medicine that my husband keeps. And if we end up going on a trip or an afternoon in Colorado or whatever, he always has it. And in case I forget mine. And, it's not much. A couple pills, just enough to, for it to get the edge off. I have had to use it one time. So I was very thankful, because it was a very long day and it would have been awful if he hadn't remembered that. The other thing about showers is if you can use a shower chair, it helps a lot. Because people that are usually in chronic pain, no matter what part of their body, they're not really all that stable. I mean, sure, you can walk and you can do everyday life and you feel like you're steady on your feet. But I know with me, for instance, I started really paying attention and noticed that I would have these spells where I'd feel like, off center, I guess is how to put it. I haven't fallen down or anything like that, but I do know that the chronic pain has affected that, my balance. And part of that is because I've had to learn how to sit differently, how to walk differently, all of that to accommodate the back pain. And, that's old news now, because it's been many years, 15 years, I guess, whatever it is, from 2007. But anyway, a shower chair does help. And sorry, that message is there again. Next time I'll try to get rid of that before I make a video. Anyway, the shower chair I found, my sister-in-law had lived with us, and I think some of my past videos mentioned that. She ended up with lung cancer, and she beat the cancer, but her lungs were in such bad shape. She was actually born with some problems with her lung that nobody knew about, and didn't know about until she ended up with cancer and got all the x-rays and stuff. So that's actually, after doing the chemo and the radiation, it damaged the lungs more, and then that's why, she's not with us anymore. And I miss her a lot. It's funny, because she moved in to help me, and then I ended up helping her, and she ended up passing away. It's pretty sad. Okay, so that's how I inherited the shower chair, and I started using it, and I was really surprised. Same thing as I had taken care of my mom for a year. My brother and I alternated. And she was elderly, of course, in her, well, almost 100, 97, I think. And so we put handbars up in the shower. So if she needed them, she could grab them. And so I have those in my shower, and that works real well too. So those are just a couple of suggestions. But the main thing is about this video, and I'm going to end it here in just a minute. The main thing that I was wanting to really get about, and I will actually do a research video on it next, is why is it that we feel, or do we all feel, I don't know, that the colder temperatures affect the pain? So I'm really, really interested. If y'all could put a comment down below and let me know, please. Just put yes or no. That's all you have to put. Yes, it affects my pain. No, it does not affect my pain. And then, that that just helps me with my research for, our future videos. It's for us. And I hope to get one of these out a week. I'm trying to go for Wednesdays or Thursdays. I can't say anything definitely. This one will go out this afternoon. After I edit it, it'll be able to go out. I'll try to edit out those little strips that came up there. But anyway, if anybody has anything to add to my next video, which will be in depth about why the temperature changes hurt us. And I have a lot of research I got to do. But leave it in the comments, please. And also leave it in the comments your yes or no on whether cold temperatures, like getting out of the shower or walking out into the cold, if it affects your pain. Like I said, all you got to put is yes or no. And that'll be the question for the week. I'm going to try to come up with a question of the week where you guys leave answers. And then that leads me to the next video, because my first video will lead into the topic, like today. And then my next video, next week, will be research. I will dig deep into the research as far as why, if it is, why is some people affected by the colder temperatures or the hotter temperatures? I guess it can go the other way too. So anyway, I hope you all have a blessed day, and please hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.